Throughout my past year as a global business scholar, my ambassadors have been an outstandingly helpful resource not only to me in class, but also at the University of Utah. Boiled down, the greatest traits that my ambassadors offered me was their openness, relatability, connectivity, and reliability. To start off, to create a sense of openness, I would connect students with everyday campus activities to get them involved in campus life. I would attend these activities with the students to get to know each and every one of them, so by the time the first assignments come around, they are confident in reaching out for help. Along with campus events, having section-wide events that are encouraged but not mandatory would be a great way to build community within my section. My ambassadors have always been very relatable, a trait that is necessary to help mentees succeed in business scholars in college. The best way to do this would be to connect with each one of my mentees through various social media platforms. Doing this while still holding on to a sense of professionality allows students to have multiple ways to reach out to you depending on the importance of an event. Having these connections not only makes it easier for students to reach out, but makes it easier for me to have quicker response times. Connectability is another trait I feel my ambassador exemplified very well. She constantly would send text messages filled with different events around the U, and I want to build on this by doing the same, but also checking up with students throughout the semester to see how they are feeling. One significant change I've noticed from high school to college is the lack of a counselor for support. As an ambassador to a small handful of mentees, I have the perfect opportunity to be a helpful mental advocate for these students. Finally, reliability is something I see as necessary for an ambassador. Like my ambassador, I would push myself to have quick but thorough responses. Another way I can see myself improving on what my ambassador did would be holding weekly study hall meetings in the library, where one room is reserved for a couple hours and students could come by and either practice presenting or just ask for help with the class. The prominent thing about future business scholars students is they'll be taking the same classes I'm taking this year, so naturally, I'll be able to help them with any significant questions or concerns they have in that class. As a business scholars ambassador, I look forward to passing on the same attitude to help future students have valuable, everlasting connections. The program ambassador role piqued my interest more than any other role. Coordinating and planning events is a skill I feel I'm very strong at and eager to build on. Learning how to properly organize a large group of people translates to organizing teams of employees, a task I would be surprised if I didn't do in the future. Secondly, recruiting is a role I could see myself doing as an ambassador. The idea I'd be one of the first faces future students at the UC excites me. Throughout my past year at the University of Utah, I've developed a great pride for the business school, and being able to share this pride while informing and inspiring students to come to the U sounds like a unique opportunity that I would love to partake in. Working in a club position is another position that's very educationally valuable. Once again, you are tasked with planning and organizing events for a large body of students, and the fact that you have creative freedom immediately got my head flowing with ideas. The TA position is another position I could see myself in. Holding weekly office hours is something I wanted to bring to my section, regardless of what role I play. However, working as a TA, I would strive to improve these office hours and make them as beneficial as possible for students. Finally, the transfer scholars position would be very impactful. Being the person that gets these transfer students involved and makes them feel at home is something I could easily see myself doing. As a student at one of the top business schools, I constantly try to put myself in a position where new, powerful connections can be made. For my sophomore year, I plan to continue with a difficult course load, but not one that limits my ability to balance business scholars in school. Through time management and setting aside dedicated times to finish assignments and coursework, I know I will be able to be a consistent resource for my mentees. I will also continue as an active member of the Phi Delta Theta fraternity. I have successfully balanced this commitment in the past, and I'm certain that I will continue to be able to do so moving forward. If conflicts do arise between the two, business scholars can and always will prioritize. Overall, the opportunity to work as a business scholar ambassador is something that I'm very excited to do, and hopefully it works out.